All right, so we are going to go over the simple maintenance of the battery saw. In the prior video, we talked about pulling the battery out, so we're not going to go over that. This is specifically for changing the chain in the event that our chain goes bad. Currently, this is a standard wood chain on this saw. When they go on the fire apparatus after training, they will get full carbide toothed chains. That way they can go through some sheet metal and some nails. They still will not replace a rotary saw for cutting through thick metal, but it is able to cut through walls and possibly hit metal objects. This does tear up our chains pretty good, so it's important to inspect these after every use and make sure that all the teeth still look good, make sure the bar is not bent and stuff like that. In order to get the chain off, there's two bar nuts. This whole piece right here is called the bar cover. I'll pull that off now. Easiest thing to do is pull it to the edge of a bench. That way you can get your wrench down low. That way when it slips off, you don't hit the chain or anything. It just kind of swings down to the ground. These need to be relatively tight so they don't come loose. Once they're loose with that, they should be pretty easy to do with the hand. The cool thing about the Makitas versus other brands is the bar nuts do not come off. They cannot come off of the bar cover, so we can't really lose them. The inside of the bar cover looks just like this. It's just plastic where the chain might ride along. Inside here, we have the adjuster screw, which is accessible through that hole. And it's got a plus and a minus for tensioning the chain. Then I'm going to pull the bar off. Right here is what I'll call the adjuster needle. It goes into either one of these holes. This bar is universal, so it can be flipped over. And we will get into that in a second. So it was just that easy to pull the chain off, is you just grab it. I always pull the tip out away from the saw, pull it back, and it comes off the sprocket here. These saws are really easy. This right here is the sprocket and the clutch mechanism. I will show, this is what spins everything. So that spins, which then spins the chain and everything else. The easiest way to put a chain on is to take it. We can put the bar flat on something if we need to. We can line the chain up in the bar and make sure it sits nice and flat and flush in here. Okay, just like that. You can see that all of the drive links, which are these little triangle guys here, these are the drive links, are all hidden inside the bar. That means it is seated in the bar. We're going to take our scrench. I didn't mention that. This is called a scrench. Make sure for the chainsaws, we have a flat head on the bottom and not a Torx bit, which are the ones for the K-saws. You'll go to our adjuster screw, and because we're doing this with a new chain, we're going to adjust this screw pretty much all the way back to make our lives easier. So you can see it's pretty much all the way to the back. That just gives us the most flexibility for getting this on. So now you can literally grab the chain and bar like this. When we first took this off, the Makita logo was up. Had we been using this a bunch, we actually want to flip this over so the bar gets use and wear on both sides. I'm going to put it back to where the Makita's on top because this is a brand new bar and chain. We have not used this chainsaw at all. So I just keep tension. I put it over the bar studs. I bring it back and get it over the sprocket. So all those triangles are now in the sprocket as well. I pull, and I have the bar guide, this big oval, on the back of the two bar studs here. And I have the adjustment pin inside this hole. As you can see, this chain is hanging down a lot. That's okay. The biggest thing is we need this part of the chain to be inside this guide. So we're just going to pick it up and set it in there. That way when we go to put the bar tight, it doesn't get snagged on this. Now it's as easy as, you have to be slightly careful or else this will fall off, but it's easy as just putting this cover back on, getting your bar nut started. And you want to tighten these, and they don't need to be super tight at this point. You just got to get it to where the bar is held snug, so everything is lined up. You're going to take them once they're tight, so they've stopped. I'm going to back off just about a quarter turn each. That way they're loose. and I can now adjust this bar. So I'm going to insert the tip into the adjuster screw, and I'm just going to spin. And while I spin, I'm going to rest my arm up here and hold the bar up. You can see how it moves. We're going to spin this, and you can see the slack is being taken out of the chain. So we are going to keep going up until the middle section, so right about here. As soon as this part, not the triangle itself, but the actual links that hold it together, so the rectangles, as soon as that touches the bar, we're going to stop tensioning. So right there. Sorry, the chain brake kicked on, and that's okay. And then while still holding it up, we're going to tension these back down so the bar can't fall. Okay, so those are tight. You can see there's a little bit of slack in the chain, and that's okay. I'm going to take the chain brake off. Never use a bare hand and grab here and pull, because you will cut your hand. Either use a gloved hand, a rag, or a scrunch, and it might not do it because it's an electric saw. A gas saw, you can actually spin it. Oh, nope, it was actually bound up. So now you can see that it's loose again. That's why you don't use your hand, because it'll skip. If it's tight like that also, you can take it and you can run it along something and try to break it free and use the weight of the saw. That's a little more of an advanced technique. If you're having troubles, go find a captain. So I'm going to loosen these back up. The bar fell, I watched it. So now I'm going to hold it up again, and we're going to retension right there. And we're going to retighten these nuts, and hopefully we'll be good to go. So once again, let's say it was kind of jammed. What I was saying is make sure your chain brake's off, bring it to the edge of something. Don't do it on like a super nice table. This table gets used a lot. And just roll it down like that. I can see that it spins nice. If it was jammed, it makes it a lot easier to unjam. But you can see, spins super nice, has a little bit of tension on it. It is good to go. One last thing, you want to make sure your teeth are pointed the right way. Don't put your chain on backwards. The sharp part needs to be facing forward on the top. That way it can pull the sharp part on the bottom. If you have any more questions on tensioning or servicing a chainsaw, ask your senior students or a captain if they don't know the answer.